Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. And before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any new content that is on the way. Now, let's talk some Minnesota Vikings football. Sunday, they beat the Chicago Bears 19-13 in one of the ugliest fucking games I've ever seen. They got a bunch of field goals, 2 field goals, and 2 field goals and a defensive touchdown to pretty much save the day. Almost had a backup who no one knows come back and win the game. Justin Fields got hurt in that game, but nothing about it. Like, if I would have did this video literally after the game, I would have had a different tone. I was going nuts, and some of that perspective still is with me. Like, I am completely done with Kevin O'Connell, KOC calling plays and being the head coach. Like, I think that he needs to delegate those duties to someone else. I just feel like his play calling to me is just very, very odd. Like, Chicago had one of the worst passing defenses in the game in the NFL. And we kept, like, you could tell, like, there was some deep stuff called, but not so much. It was a lot of dink and dunk to Hawkinson or Madison, who had a bunch of touches, not carries, but a bunch of touches out of the backfield and running the ball. Jordan Addison caught a touchdown pass. KJ Osborne started off hot, but then cooled off. Jordan Addison dropped a pass, which was a really good pass by Kirk. Kirk didn't seem into it. The defense seemed like they were into it for most of the game. The offense was just pedestrian. Like, my problem with the offense is you got this young offensive head coach, right? Second season, a little bit more comfortable, should be a better coach. I don't see anything that's like different than what we seen from Mike Zimmer when he was here as the head coach. Like, the offense seems stale. I don't see anything that's no real motion like San Francisco. You know, Kyle Shanahan. They all come from the same coaching structure. Coaching structure. All of these coaches, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, KOC, who's been under those guys, they all come from that same tree. And Kyle Shanahan, Mike McDaniel, Sean McVay, you see the motion and everything they're doing. And then here's us with KOC, and there's just nothing going on. It's like these really, really stale play calls. And I'm just like, yo, like, did we go to the school of Madden? Because nothing looks like, okay, Justin Jefferson is out 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, cool. Don't you think you should do something imaginative to get guys open a little bit more? You're not going to have Jordan Addison can beat guys one-on-one. You don't have that guy anymore. That guy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just not seeing it, man. I'm not seeing it. I'm not excited about that win. You're 2-4 now. We got San Francisco on Monday night. They could be without some guys due to injury, but it's just still, there's something off about this. I can't put my finger on it, man. There is something off about this team. You know, the trade deadline is coming up. I keep telling people Kirk Cousins is not going anywhere. It came out, it was a Saturday night or Sunday morning. Kirk is not going to waive his no trade clause. I've repeated that 1,000 times to people. Danielle Hunter, they've been receiving calls on Danielle Hunter, KJ Osborne, just to name a couple guys. We'll see what happens. Obviously, nothing's going to happen before that Monday night game. So, I guess if you see what happens at the Monday night, if you're 2-5, depending on how the game goes, I think if it's a 2-5 record after losing that Monday night game and it was a blowout, I think they start to make changes. I think if San Francisco wins on like a walk-off field goal or something like that, I think this team will still think that, hey, there's a shot. There's a shot. We want to know in the division, there's a shot. I don't know what this team is going to do or what they want to do. as a fan, I just want to make a decision and go with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't pussyfoot around. Are you going to rebuild or not? You don't need a strong rebuild because you have the number one left tackle in football in Christian Darrisaw. You have the best wide receiver in the game in Justin Jefferson. You have a very good right tackle and what's the guy's name? Brian O'Neill. You have one of the best blocking tight end in Josh Oliver we just signed in the offseason. You have T.J. Hawkinson, that's tight end. You have Jordan Addison as your clear number 2. Like, we have some building blocks. The Alexander Madison thing at running back just needs to stop. Like, it needs to stop. Like, like I've said that before, but I'm so... I don't know how you continuously put him at... Like, there's nothing he does explosive. Like, nothing. No disrespect to him at all. But there's nothing he gives his offense that somebody else can't do. Nothing. I understand he might be a nice guy, but come on, man. You don't win football games off just being a nice guy, right? The defense, shout out to Jordan Hicks. Shout out to Danielle Hunter, who leads the league in sacks. That defense came to play. Marcus Davenport got hurt again. High sprained ankle, going to the IR. Go figure. But he was playing well before he went down. Andrew Booth got some play in this game. Backup defensive back. The 22 draft got some play. 22 draft got some play. 22 draft got some play. Yeah, man, I don't know. Like, I'm still indifferent on this team. I'm not watching the tank job. Let me tell you that. I'm not watching the tank job. I've never been behind any team tanking. That's just, if you're just a bad team, whatever. But like the Bears did last year, they were clearly tanking. There are teams now who are trying to position themselves to get that number 1 or that number 2 slot for Caleb Williams or Drake May. Me, myself, as a Michigan fan, I'll take J.J. McCarthy. Just saying. Just saying. But yeah, man, this team really, to have 4 losses and to not know, to know how you lost all 4 games, but to sit here and go, all 4 games you could have won, like that it's the most oddest 2-4 football team I think I've ever seen. And in my most recent memory, at least. We were 1-5 a few years back, but that team was just bad. This team is just not that bad. The defense seems to get better and better each week. Getting better at Brian Flores' system and what he wants to do. That offense, man, there's too many weapons for that offense to just be as whack as it is. Like, I was joking around. I made a comment on Facebook, and I was joking, but like, if you think about what I said, it's actually true. Like, I hate when we run offense like the Iowa Hawkeyes. Everybody knows Iowa has no offense. And somehow we have like the 2nd and 3rd most yards per play in the league, but we tend to not score a lot of points. I don't know what the issue is, but there's something missing. There is something missing with this team. Me, myself, it's imagination. I mean, there's nothing going on that gives you fear for defense. Like, they're basically going down the field because of the players that they had, Jordan Addison, T.J. Hawkinson, at the time, Justin Jefferson. That's why they're moving the ball. It's not play calling. There's not the structure of the plays. There's not the design. There's nothing play-wise that go, oh, yeah, that made sense. Like, and then I don't know, when we get in the red zone, it's like this weird struggle of run, pass, or we never can run a good screenplay to save our lives. I don't know. I think that if this offense doesn't start to click and start fast, they scored their first quarter points all season, which was a field goal. Like, first quarter points on the first drive. I'm sorry. On the first drive of the season, it was a field goal. It's they always tend to be behind. Like, always tend to be behind. This was the one rare game that they, for the majority of the game, had the lead. They had 1 third down conversion. They had 1 first down in the second half against this atrocious ass defense. 1 fucking first down. That is, like, when I read that stat, like, I was like, yo, am I reading this shit right? Like there's no way in hell. But yeah, Kurt throws the ball behind him. I don't know. Like, it was just one of those. And I've always said I hate playing in Chicago. There's always some weird fucking shit that happens at Soldier Field. We got the win. Cool. But that was one of the weirdest fucking wins I've ever seen. I'll take it. But it was weird. Vikings, get y'all shit together Monday night. We got them 49ers. They gonna come in pissed. We gotta do something. I'll see y'all next time, man. Peace.